Stu here with Raid Shadow Legends to go over Elegaius. I just maxed him out, and we're going to see right away whether he does the most damage based off of full HP or with critical damage. And then before you leave this video, because a lot of people aren't going to stay till the end, this guy is strictly a Faction Wars, but really a Doom Tower specialist. 100% a Doom Tower specialist. When you go through the waves in Faction Wars, you know when it's not a boss wave, you fight 3 waves, 1, 2, 3. That is exactly how the Doom Tower is going to be. And then when you get to a boss, it's going to be 2 waves in the boss. But those normal waves where there is 3 of these normal champions that we fight, just like we do right now, you're going to see tons of 3s. That's how all these towers are. You're going to see 3 Valkyries again. You're going to see 3 Martyrs again. You're going to see 3 groups out of those 5 that are going to be the same champion. And that's where this guy is going to shine. Nowhere else in the game except for Faction Wars and there. Because he can put their skills on max cooldown on a 3-turn cooldown. So if you put him in Relentless, or you have him fast enough, or you slow down the other team with Sylar, you can lock out those 3 of the 5 that you're fighting every single time. That is where he's going to shine, and you're not even going to worry about damage on this guy because he just... I did notice this, though. Look, he has 4 arms. Look at this. He's got arms down where... next to his legs. This guy has 4 arms. I never even knew that. Look at here at the bottom. Do you see him? Do you see him coming out of his dress right here? It's creepy as hell. Both of these builds are in Savage. On the left-hand side, he has critical damage gloves. On the right-hand side, he has 60% HP gloves, and he still hits for about half of what Sir Nicholas hits for. I've played Sir Nick before. What a fantastic support DPS champion. This guy can't even hit for half of what he does. But like we said, his specialty lies elsewhere. Let's roll this clip and see how much we're going to do. I did put up a little bit of HP on over here, HP on the right. Critical damage on the left. Here we go. Damage wise, we've got that much. You can see the damage going there. We're going to do it again on this wave for the single target damage. Critical damage coming off here at 72, 67. Not a big difference. What we're going to do when we run it through the Void Tower is get that survivability up. Of course, we'll take damage if we can take it, but honestly, I'm going to go Relentless Gear and just keep locking out whoever we want to lock out. If we get enough Relentless procs, we'll lock out all 5 of the champions. It's going to be 2 of some champion, 3 of another champion. We'll just lock it out completely. That's where he's going to be the best in this game at. Because as far as going through content, again, he's not hitting that hard. With the gear I've got on him, he should be blasting stuff. Just blasting it. So he's not hitting that hard. And he just locked out the bowmen, the old man bow guys. And then his A3 does AoE and also does the turn meter reduction, but it's only 20%. Even at 50% missing health, it only goes up to 30%. Well, not crazy, but his A2 is where it's all about, right? Doing the rolling back all their skills on a 3-turn cooldown, especially with multiple ones out there. There we are. See, it attacks, and we remove 2 buffs. So we remove 2 buffs, we decrease the turn meter, and then we also decrease it further from missing health. But again, if we're missing 50% HP, we're still only going to decrease turn meter by 30%. Not huge, but decent. I wish that was on a 3-turn cooldown. Like his passive, he just comes back to life. So if an oh crap moment happens, he will come back to life with 10% max HP, 20% turn meter, and a 30% shield. The A2 attacks one person and puts the target skills on cooldown. If there are other copies of that target, like we just talked about, they go on max cooldown. And then A1 here has a what? Like a 35% chance to put block cooldown skills up for 1 turn. We're going to go look at Bellower right after this and see what he's got on his AoE, and he's a rare. So 35% chance, it does go up on missing health, but it's a 1-turn lockout. It's actually pretty sad. For a legendary, that needs to be buffed. 100% needs to be buffed. We're losing people left and right. Look at this. They're taking us out. Now, if you get this guy early, if you got Elegaius early and he's your only legendary champion, he's going to take a lot of books. A lot of books, and then I don't think an early game account is ready for a champion like this. You just want him for the Void Tower. You want him for Faction Wars to lock it out. But Faction Wars is supposed to be getting easier. They're going to redo Faction Wars, make it easier for us to get through there, so I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. It's still going to help out a tremendous amount, but I'm telling you, you'll see. I'm going to put him as one of my main units to go through there. Once we start running the Doom Tower and we see how many duplicates are in those waves before we get to the bosses, because that's how it is for every Doom Tower I've played in every game out there. We're going to see how that happens. We're going to get to see him revive here. We're not going to beat this. After this, we're going to go into Arena so I can show you what kind of damage he does. We'll see the gear at the end. Just believe me on the gear. The gear is top-notch. Top-notch gear. He should be doing crazy amount of damage. We're going to fight some teams in Arena, and we're also going to have up a weaken and a decreased defense. So we should really be doing some serious damage with this with this legendary, but it's not happening. Here we go. We're going over here to, where is he? He's down. He's down through. There he is. There's Bellower. AoE on the A1, and he does it at a 30% chance. 30% chance to lock out AoE from Bellower on that A1. Bellower is a beast. And this guy only has a 35% chance, and it goes up. Increases by 0.75% for every 1% HP lost. Wow. Just sad. I mean, it's cool that they have that mechanic in there. We're not really worried about that. It's great to lock out. We're gonna set a whole bunch of people's turn meters down, and then we're gonna lock some people out in turn meter reduction. So overall, his whole kit is actually, and I like the snakes. The snakes are very cool. His whole kit is pretty good. Like, we've got a lot of lockout potential there. We're gonna lock some people out who are duplicates of their skills. Then we're gonna go hit somebody else and try to get that A1 and lock them out and only let them do their main attacks again. And then that A3, we're going to remove buffs, and we're going to turn meter reductions. So you can see already that this guy, for sure, is going to be a wizard there. He's going to take care of everything when we get to the Void Tower. Look at that, 47,000. There's a decreased defense and a weaken up, and I'm fighting some poor, sad teams. Look how low we are. We are still in goal 4, but we're down there where these teams are garbage. Look at them. They've got nothing on them. We should be blowing these guys up with any kind of AoE champion. My Kale, my Lua, any of those other ones that I put in here, and I don't know why on auto he did that, right? We could AoE and do over 100,000 easily on all these guys we're facing. No problem. Blow him up, but he's only doing about 50. And again, we've got a weaken up along with the decreased defense. There it is, the AoE 50, 56. Sad damage. No, I don't know why they're so scared to give us Sir Nick damage anymore. Why is Sir Nick so special that his AoE hits so hard and his main attack hits so damn hard, and then his utility is so good? Even Sir Nick's utility is amazing. So I wish they would. I wish they'd give us champions that were comparable to other ones that we're used to playing, right? If you've got one out there that does a massive amount of damage and is such a crazy support champion like Sir Nicholas is, then why can't we have this guy do damage? Honestly, it wouldn't break anything, and I do like his kit. I'm telling you, this guy is he's a specialist. That's what he is. He's a specialist completely. But I don't know if he's a specialist for everybody else out there early game. He's not going to be your guy. You want this guy late game, and then that's only for that one tower. Nothing else. Okay, so we're going to go over to Ice Golem this last run here just to show you. He does have, right, he has an AoE to where he can remove 2 random buffs. So he could work for you on the second wave here if the Terror Beast, or he could go in there on that A2 and set the cooldowns of those 2 Terror Beasts all the way. But he won't. You know how the AI is on auto. They always go after that Drake in the middle no matter what. No matter what's happening, they will go after that Drake in the middle. So for that single target, he's going to go after that Drake. If it was off of cooldown, and that's it. Drake, Dracomorph, I don't know which one that is. They look the same, right? They look the same. So he's not going to reset the cooldowns on the Terror Beast, but if the timing's right on the 4-turn cooldown is A3, he could remove those buffs and get them off there. And when I do it, we're gonna do it manual here. When I do actually remove them, he takes damage. He doesn't remove it and then do damage. It seems like he's doing damage and then removing them, which isn't very cool. There we go. Look at all that damage he took. He did remove the buffs. That's great. Mr. Tongue with additional arms on his legs. Very weird. Very creepy if he grabbed you with all 4 of those. We've got Savage. We've got Speed. We have a total of 75,000 HP, 203 speed, 106% chance to crit. So we're there. 205 critical damage and 240 accuracy. I do have him in Helm Smasher. We've got a chance cycle of violence to lower a cooldown if he can do that much damage to them. We've got him in Helm Smasher to get that additional damage. Then coming through here, Sniper actually works for that A1 to give us an additional chance, just like the Sniper works on Bellower on his A1 that's AoE, to lock people out. And we can extend that lockout, surprisingly enough, even though it's one of the dirtiest things in the game. And then, of course, you know, I love to have the Evil Eye, that A1 to knock down turn meter. But that's what I've got for him. What do you think? Do you agree with me on what I said, where he's the specialist with and where he's really going to shine? Are you excited to level this champion up? Do you want to use him right now? Are you just going to use all these books and use him exclusively for Faction Wars? I mean, is that your play? We've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 books just to get through Faction Wars. I don't think it's necessary on Undead. Undead have a lot of good champions, and I have guides on Undead. Tons of people have guides on Undead getting through their Faction Wars 21. I don't think you have to do that. But if you want to, and you know you're confident, well, you're at end game, and you just need to do Undead, get it done with him, and then wait for the Doom Tower to come out. And then you're going to be able to blow through way further than you would before. Believe me on that. Okay, guys, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate your time. Please subscribe if you have not, and I will see you guys all in a video soon.